Hi guys, welcome to Cause Vaping Reviews once again. Got a review for you again. This time it's a mechanical device sent on to me by elegantVapor.co.uk. Phil and Mazen up there, thank you very much. Great device this. A bit Marmite, but yeah, they're going to love it or hate it. But it's the clone of the V3 Flip. When it gets in focus. There you go. And it's I've measured this to about 24mm across the top. But I'm not sure. It says it's nearly 24mm, so you could call it between 23 and 24mm. This is a Magma on 0.8 ohm coil. We'll go down for close-ups and that, and have a look at it close up, and show you all how it works. And it's called the flip because you flip these two around to use the battery configurations that you can use in it. Now this will only use two battery configurations, 18500 with a kick and 18650 with a kick. It will not take an 18350. It's too tall. So we'll have a vape and show you the performance of it when you unlock it. And the switch on this is the best switch I have ever used on a mechanical device. That's a 0.8 ohm coil in the Magma, but the switch, you can hit it anywhere around the edge, and there's no crunchiness to it at all, and it's just a quarter of a turn and it's locked into place. If any of you know the flip, the original, this works in exactly the same way. I haven't taken this switch apart, and I've got no intentions of taking the switch apart because it works flawlessly. That's 50/50 Yorkshire fog in there, my usual all day vape. Both 3mm air holes open. Beautiful. Now this is 304 grade stainless steel, and the engravings on it are pretty good. We'll show you in the close-ups, like I said, but there's been some work put into this by Ivogo to get the what you would call the 3D engraving around the moniker. So we'll go down for close-ups, and then once we've done the close-ups, we'll come back up and have a chat about it and rate it and stuff. So we'll see you down at the table. Thank you. Right guys, here we are close up. This is the mod broken down. What we also get in the package is I'll show you that little Velvet pouch. Well, it's not Velvet, but it's like a waterproofy type material. But that's a nice addition too. What we've got here is, this is the button, the bottom button, fire button. We have the top cap and 510 connection there. Top or bottom section of the outer tube, and top or bottom section of the outer tube, and the main body. Now, why it's called a flip is because to use the 18500 and a kick, or 18650 and a kick, or 18500 or 18650 on their own, you have to play about with each one of these. As you can see, when I put this on, the threads catch straight away, like so. And then on the other, if you turn it around and flip it, it slides on a bit before it catches any threads. And that's the way you try and, this is the way you set the device up to use its different battery configurations. So what we'll do is we'll just get close up with the device and just do the focus on it. Let you have a look. There you go. The threading on this is really good as well. That's the engravings are really nice on it. There's been some work into this for a clone. It's really nice. Got the moniker at the bottom, V3 Tronics. But there's some really nice engraving going on here. And there's your battery venting holes in the tube. So that's the tube and the top and bottom sections out of the way. The switch. Now this is a bit different than the e-cigar version. This is the Ivogo version, as I've stated, and on the e-cigar version you don't get any of this writing around the outside, from what I've seen anyway. You just get the V3 logo, and as you can see, the switch there, it's got little notches in it all the way around. It's got an O-ring at the top which you can take out, and there's your action. Silver plated pins. I don't know if it's silver plated brass or silver plated copper. I'm not taking this switch apart because, as you can see, if I press it from here, it works. You can press this switch anywhere, and like I said, it's the best switch on a mechanical clone that I've used, bar none. It is fantastic, the switch on it. And to lock it, all we do is we turn it clockwise, quarter of a turn, like that. Locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked. And it's got a great throw on it. I haven't had to mess about trying to tighten this up or it coming loose or anything. And if we have a look on, let me just see if I can find it. 2 seconds. There's a little ball bearing there, which obviously clicks into a slot there on the outer ring. See it slot in, and same there. So that switch is absolutely fantastic. Now, top cap. 4 generous air slots in the top cap for when you're using atomizers without its own independent airflow. It's got silver plated, spring loaded, as you can see, 510. Battery rattle pin and connection here, which screws out quite a way. I'll show you. You can screw it with your fingers as well as a screwdriver, but this silver plated as well. It screws out. I wouldn't screw it out much more. It screws out a long way, but I wouldn't screw it out much more than that, to be honest. Where you start feeling the tension of the spring. But that's nice as well. And we'll take this dowel ring piece, screws out of the switch. It's not reverse threaded. And then there's the inside of the switch, and inside there is your 510 threading, which also comes out. So it leaves you with that, that, and that. So all you do is plop that in. This is silver plated as well, by the looks of it. If you just plop it in like that, put that there, and then this we can take apart. That's silver plated at the top here, which is where it contacts your atomizer. Unscrew this pin out of the bottom, and then just pull it apart, and then inside there is a copper spring which you can pull out for cleaning and whatever. So people have said there's some voltage drop from this type of switch on the original. Can't say that I've noticed anything major, to be honest. So we'll pop that back in. It's just a case of screwing that in. I screw it in till just see a couple of threads, like so. So you just see a couple of threads, and then screw it into the top cap Just be careful when screwing this dowel ring into the top cap, because you're screwing plastic into metal. You might cross thread it if you're not careful. And that's what it looks like when it's threaded in there. So we'll set this up. I'll show you the setup in 18500 mode. So we get the tube. We'll get an 18500 E-Fest 15 amp purple battery, and we will screw the switch onto the bottom of one of the outer sections. When you're setting it up in 18500, you need to make sure that this piece here, when it goes onto the main body of the tube, slides in a bit like that. Because if you put the switch on the other way, flip that round, you're catching the thread straight away. There's no sliding onto the tube. That's for when you're setting it up in 18650 mode, which I'll show you again in a sec. Because this takes a kick in both modes, so you have to. There's some different setups with it. So we'll start like this. So I flipped it round, screw it on, screw it onto the bottom, and then we'll plop the battery in, nipple up, like so, and then we'll screw the top cap on. Oops. In a second we will. See now that we've got to put the other section on now. That's threading straight away, so we don't want it that way. We want it so as it slides on a bit first and then catches some threads. You just have to be careful when you're threading this on not to cross thread it, but the threads are very good, as you can see. And then we thread this on. Now you'll feel the resistance of the battery if your pin's set up right. It's probably open too much, that. It's probably just needs screwing in a bit more, because I'm using a nipple top. If you're using a flat top, it would have been okay at what it was set at. So yeah, that's just about right now. No rattle. So what we do now is we'll stick because this is spring loaded in here, we can put the atomizer on after. We'll just screw the magma on and it sits flush. But because the device is 24mm, you've got a couple of mil gap there. This device to me is a bit is Marmite. You're either going to like it or you're not. So that's 18500 mode with a magma, and I love it. I do. The switch is fantastic. The switch is absolutely. That's working now. The switch is brilliant on it. Absolutely brilliant. We'll take this magma off. Now to get it into 18650, we need to take the top and the bottom off, like so. Take the battery out, and you're left with the ports like that. So what you need to do is just change, because we're only using 18650 alone and not a kick, we just need to change to flip one of them. So we unscrew this off the top cap, or you can do it off the bottom cap depending on which way you want to, which sort of which part of the mod you want to look at. So I like looking at the V3 Tronics and at the bottom and all this here, so I'm going to flip this top one over like so. Oh, I didn't show you on camera. Flip it over, screw the top cap in. So effectively that's going to catch thread straight away, and this one isn't. So you want that. Now this is going to see, you're going to see the top half here rather than the bottom half. of the mod. If you wanted to see the bottom half of the mod, you would flip that back again the other way, as it was before, and then flip this one around like so. So that's going to catch thread straight away, and what we do is we screw it up till it stops like that. Got a Sony VCT5, plop it in, and then see how it's going down a bit before you catch any threads, and then we screw it, and that's it. You do cover up them battery venting holes slightly, but there is still venting through there. And that's it. Obviously, if you wanted it to show the top half rather than the bottom half, you would flip that one around to marry that. So it's a mod you can play with, whichever way you want it. But if you've got a kick, you could see. Take it apart. If you've got a kick, then it would look like, if you're using a kick with it, you could see the whole of the, like that. That's 18650 in a kick mode. But obviously, got loads of battery rattle in there, so one of them has to be flipped if you're using it without a kick. So whether it's that one or that one you flip, it doesn't matter. And then we screw the top cap on, making sure we've got no battery rattle. If we've got battery rattle, then we take it off and unscrew that pin on the top cap slightly. And that's it for the close-ups, guys. That's the bottom of the switch. I'll just show you the bottom of the switch. Again, fantastic. This switch is absolutely brilliant, no matter where you press it. So yeah, so that's the close-ups, guys. We'll go back up to the top and have a talk about it, vape on it, and I'll rate it and stuff, and give you the pricings and stuff like that. So we'll see you back up at the top. Hi gang, welcome guys, back up to the top. I've got the Magma on it again. One thing I didn't mention, we just weight. It is pretty heavy with the battery in grams with the battery and the Magma on. The Magma is quite heavy though. The Magma is 60 grams. It's 260 grams this setup is I've got here. If we do it without the Magma, so there's an 18650 setup there. It says 200 grams. So it's 200 grams with an 18650 mode. An 18500 mode with a battery. May as well do it while I'm weighing it for you. I'll just stick a battery in, doesn't need to be here. It's 189 grams. So quite a weighty device. Then we'll set it back up. That's it, making a rattle. Maybe Magma on. We'll take a toot on it. The switch is excellent. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's Marmite. You're either gonna like it or you're not. Like I've said before, many occasions in the video, I like it personally. And for 30 quid, which is how much I think Vapor are charging for it, I don't think you get a better mod with a button like that, in my opinion. The button, whether it's, I don't know whether they're all the buttons on all the devices that they've got in stock are as good as this, but it's fantastic. You can hit it anywhere. Hit it anywhere with any finger. It's just fantastic, and the locking mechanism, quarter of a turn, it's locked. It's fantastic. But you know, the engraving in that and how heavy it is, and the way you have to flip the top and bottom around to use different configurations is Marmite. Comes with a little baggie, like I said, so you can plop your device in the bag, like so. Nice little touches, not needed, but nice little touches. So, any questions or comments, guys, on the video, just leave it under the description underneath the video. All my links are up on the video. Facebook, Twitter and Google+. You can also get in touch with me on the AAEC forum. Richo71 is the avatar. The video gets posted there as well. And thank you to the guys at elegantvapor.co.uk for sending it on to me again. I've got other reviews coming up and lots of other stuff coming up from Elegant Vapor as well. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next review. Thank you. Bye.